Alright, what up YouTube? This is No Cap No Filter. I'm your host Marty G, back at y'all another episode of Running With You, and tonight we gotta run about this whole situation with academics in Samaya. Samaya is a new streamer that's around town, and she's been you know getting popular off a lot of clips. Her streaming has been getting more engagements. She's been linked to multiple rappers. And of course, DJ Academics, he placed a comment on her and her friends when her friends were just stating what are their standards for a man, and they were just stating, a man have to make six figures a month, things of that nature. And Academics just basically called them escorts. So in her mind, she felt like she was getting called a prostitute. And she took offense to that. So she started coming back at DJ Academics, and they were just going back and forth. And then Ben Adime, he chimed in on was his take on the whole situation, because she was dating a rapper called No Cap, and then she's going streaming with other men, and that's why I told y'all you can't be taking certain girls in certain industries serious, because eventually she'll have to do collabs with other men, and it's not gonna be conducive to your relationship, uh even if y'all relationship is complicated. You know what I'm saying? And y'all working towards making things right. Um, and Trippie Redd, he went on ahead and did a stream with her and flew her and her friends out in luxury. Sent the private jet, spent hella racks on them. And one can only imagine, okay, if he's doing all this for them, what are them or her doing for him? You know. So DJ Academics called that out. But let's see what Benadina got to say about the situation. We're gonna react to it. Without further ado, let's get into it.
I'm taking some out of it. I'm taking like all niggas out of it. I'm taking a real personality out of it. When y'all even bitches will really use niggas to get an experience and be like, I'm not doing shit. And what the nigga supposed to do? Be like, either the nigga keep it P and be like, all right, well you cool. I'm just not gonna invite you out no more. I'm not gonna invite you no more. Or the nigga gets into it with the bitch and they be like, find your own way home, bitch. You can't. Like how I think Lil TJ and Ruby had got into it back in the day, like that type of shit. You gonna buy my flight home, man? Hell no, bitch, find your way. Like it be that type of shit going.
Okay, now my opinion on that. To me, that's kind of corny. Like if I fly a girl out, I'm gonna be expecting us to have some type of intimate activity going on. But if she doesn't want to, for whatever reason, if she just not feeling the vibe or whatever, I'm not gonna not fly her back. And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna have all this agreed, with a female. Especially if I'm a rapper and I'm, this, you know, lit rapper making all this money. I'm gonna get them NDAs signed, and I'm gonna have everything fully agreed before I even fly you out. And I'm gonna even have, it set to where, okay, if things go wrong, we're gonna go this route. Like I'm gonna have all that planned. But me personally, I would fly a girl back if she changed her mind, or if she just not feeling the vibe, or whatever the case may be. That's corny not to fly her back, and then she gotta figure out a way back, unless she just got very disrespectful and put their hands on you or tore some stuff up. Then yeah, then that's a different story. But if just basically if she don't want to do nothing with you, go ahead on and take the L.
No, every time bitches be around, it might y'all might feel like bitches gonna fuck, but like that shit don't be going on every time, fool. Like some like if say like any football celebrity y'all know flies out 20 bitches, all them hoes not finna fuck. Some bitches will go for the vibe and experience. I'm taking some out of it.
Okay, now when he say them 20, usually the man only want like maybe one or two out the 20. He gonna want the main one that he's doing it for in the first place, and he gonna want like at least one or two of her friends with her. Um, and a lot of times when it's 20 girl, they'll basically just go on a yacht. Like in Miami, they got these yacht parties, and when you on these yacht parties, you sign these NDAs, and you basically get your money. You gonna link up with one of these men. A lot of times, these men be older, wealthy men, who got money from either stocks or real estate or own some very successful businesses, and they're gonna end up on a boat and they're gonna do what they do, and the women who are on these boats, it will actually shock you. Some of the women are actual celebrities, and what they do, behind these closed doors will shock you. Like, think about all the stuff they were saying about Sweetie. Think about these Dubai trips. Like, one thing about it, money rule the world and pussy rule the world. And as long as those two things are around, business is gonna get made. Favors are gonna get done. Um, Now, with that being said, let's see here. DJ Academics responded to this. He said, escorting doesn't mean fucking. It means you understand someone is paying money one way or another to have time with you. What y'all choose to do with that time is your thing. 200K vacation to get someone to hang out with you. 99% of rappers and celebs use the money to create situations for one-on-one time with women. And that's another thing. A lot of women be thinking, especially young women, they be thinking that this rapper or this athlete just wants to hang out with them because of their personality. Just wants to hang out with them because they're eye candy. Just wants to hang out with them to do a collab because she's sweet. Like, nah, these men have an agenda. And they're trying to use the money to create a situation that'll be favorable to him, instead of just coming right at their top. They want to use the money as the lure, and when women see that money, they look past looks, they look past personality, because you take the money away, would they spend time with this man? And that's the question you got to ask yourself. Now, he also said, everybody mad at me for just explaining and putting their name on what we all been seeing happen, that people are bragging about escort culture. Free vacations, free private jet, free food, free club section, free hotel. Social media hates when you call shit exactly what it is. And, like I say, man, these women, they just using this as a ladder. Like that vacation that she took with Trippie Redd, another man gonna see that and be like, oh damn, she popping, she climbing up the ladder. And believe it or not, another man gonna want to see what it's about, so they gonna be hitting up Trippie Redd. They're gonna hit up other guys that she has dealt with, and ask suggestions, or ask what is she like, what is she into, and they're gonna inquire about her, and that's just the reality situation. She's the new hot thing, she's the new kid on the block. Let's get into another video. This is DJ Academics talking to Selena Powell about the situation.
Still, but remember, she's 20. She's still in the denial state.
Oh my gosh, she's 20?
Yeah, that's what
How
I'm
old is Trippie Redd?
saying. 29 or 28.
It's a little weird.
Wait, it's weird that he's 29?
Yeah, she's 20.
How is that weird?
Of course, you fucking say that it's not weird.
No. He's
I forgot
26.
you
He's
like
26.
him young, too.
Wait. You expect her to deal with like 21-year-olds?
No, I just,
you were
I don't
fucking
know,
like
just,
a 4-year-old nigga when you were like 20. What are you talking about?
But what?
Yo,
Ew.
women only think
He's
certain shit.
I
No,
feel
he's
like
26, by the way. Sorry. Yo, by the way, women only think that shit is weird when they're 30. Like, when you were 20, you were fucking rappers, and some of the rappers you were associated with, they were 30, my nigga. You didn't see it as weird.
Yeah, and I think that's weird. I think that's, I don't know. That's just, I guess, I don't know.
Like,
it's crazy how women are called something weird that they too did themselves when it was benefiting them, and she probably did think it was weird when she was 20, but she also went on ahead and got those benefits of messing with those older rappers. And let's be honest, when you're the new kid on the block as a woman and you 20 and you just getting into this industry and you the new it girl, you kind of popping, you got a following, a lot of men going on and inquire about you. And a lot of these men who are very successful are going to be much older than 20. They're going to be goddamn 25, 26, 28, football players on a second contract. They're going to be basketball players on their second contract. Rappers who, already then got their deal, and already then got their buzz, been on tour, like it's going to be with guys who are, well groomed within the industry. It ain't going to be with no fresh 20-year-old, unless that 20-year-old is hella lit like a Kai Cenat or somebody, like a streamer. And even those guys, they still fresh and wet behind the ears. But when it comes to escort, let's look up the definition of it. An escort is a woman who is paid to be a social companion for a client. The core service is companionship and time spent together, which can range from accompanying a client to a social event, dinner, or just spending time talking. The term is complex due to its common association with sex work. In popular usage and common practice, the term escort is often used as a sex worker or a prostitute who operates by appointment, usually arranged through an agency or online advertisement. So yeah, a lot of these girls, they usually has an agency behind them. Their manager sets them up with the agency, and the agency puts them with someone, And a lot of these couples that you be seeing sometimes within the industry, they agency got people together, and they used each other to grow each other fan bases. The girl get the man fan base, and the man get the girl fan base to push whatever product they're selling or push whatever project they're coming out with. A lot of people felt this about Tiana Taylor and Aaron Pierre. Now sometimes when that happens, it can sometimes work. Like they actually start liking each other and be together for a long time. But for the most part, it's usually done within a couple of months. And they says, rather than soliciting on the street, in these instances, sexual service are typically a key, though often unspoken or indirectly negotiated part of the arrangement. The legal distinction is often skirted by claiming payment is only for the time or companionship with any sexual activity being separated, non-monetary private arrangement. And that's what academics was basically talking about when he was saying, an escort is he's paying for the time, and he's going to create the situation, and to have those one-on-one intimate times with the girl. So after a man has spent all this money, which women is attracted to, after a man did all this for your friends, which a man gonna look like a paid boss, and he gonna put you on a private jet, it's all, setting up for the kill, it's like a hunter, hunting his prey and, stalking them and, setting up traps, all to come down to this one moment, and a lot of times a woman gonna go, especially if she's not used to that, and especially if she is already attracted to the man. And sometimes she might not be attracted to him, and she might do be used to it, but she just so happened was probably drunk that night. She just so happened was off drugs that night, and she just said, screw it, So I want to know what y'all think. Is escorting, just paying for time, or is just basically prostitution? It's just a fancier word. What y'all think down in the comment section below. If y'all like to see me react to anything else, go ahead on and put it in the comment section, or write me on the email, nocapnofilter7@gmail.com. Hit the like button if you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm out.